All right, all right. The hat's on.
Yeah, I just like threw it on right before. It's like I showed up to the job site and put on my my hard hat on.
What if you just like started to just wear a hard hat at every level of like, okay, we're doing a kitchen turnover, and you're like hard hat on.
I bought a hard hat when we were like doing more construction, and I don't know. I always just felt goofy wearing it. But there are lots of instances where you absolutely should be wearing a hard hat.
Yes, you should.
And like if you're on a construction site, probably most. But then I saw I saw a video on Twitter of this X. Excuse me, I'm dead naming. This general partner, this GP. You know, he's trying to raise money for this this big project, sort of similar to the Peru maybe. And I don't really know where they're at in construction, but it was just like he's on video and he's wearing a hard hat, and it looked like there was no construction going on around him. You know, like when you bring like LPs to a site and you just like you all put on hard hats, even though there's like no construction going on, like a demo isn't even underway. It's like we don't need to walk through this building with a hard hat. You look goofy.
Well, until you, I knew a guy that didn't want to wear eye protection while doing landscaping, and then,
What an idiot!
all it takes is one accident, and you're like, "This is pretty cool. I should style it." Listen, all that means is our projects aren't big enough or cool enough to require hard hats.
That's true.
We haven't done enough, and as soon as you do a project and you're like, OSHA's, you're on the eyeballs of them. Then it's different, and insurance and yada yada. All of our projects just haven't been like they're just not big enough, I guess.
No, I mean,
although the crew, in our heavier lift days, like anytime they're doing steel or framing, a lot of sometimes they're wearing them.
Yeah, for sure. And the West Walnut Park days, that was when I had the hard hat, and that's when I would wear it.
Yeah. Let's not make it sound like we're an unprofessional organization that doesn't adhere to safety. Thank you.
I don't need a hard hat for apartment turnovers.
No.
There's no lumber flying. It's just paint.
Right. There's just paint. Although soon, got a couple new wins for the Wollaston Wealth Management Fund this week. Got some new money coming in. That's exciting. We're going to be able to spend that on good projects, get these downtown developments going.
That's right.
Dude. Hallelujah.
Bring some life to downtown.
There it is, man. There it is. I was walking a guy through this morning looking at a project. We're thinking about selling 276 High. Although I really hope we don't have to. I love that deal. It's just such a unique, pretty building. But, something I was thinking about today is, how the state says, like, listen, we need 200,000 new units by, 10 years or whatever, which good luck building. That's 20,000 new units a year.
Yeah, I mean, it's like not that hard, but when they put a lot of Ronaldo, by the way.
Messi.
When they put a lot of Messi, probably is the greater of all time, but I like Ronaldo. Messi was more skilled.
Oh, were you talking about like if Harrison was on Grindr?
Yeah.
Just kidding. Oh, Lorenzo in the chat.
Rob Lorenzo, what's up, dude?
Do you miss us?
Of course he does. He's always begging me for the next job. He said he was going to cut his price in half.
Oh.
I'll do it for half off.
Yeah. I'm sure he's
$1,000 for a toilet.
That's awesome.
Kidding.
So it's not like it's not like it's impossible, right? But I was actually wondering because we can always amend our plans. We've got the Part 1 approvals for the Pru, and you know how they did that quasi like it's not a dorm, it's a co-living space. It's a fancy co-living space. I bet you, I bet you the Pru would be a good asset. Like imagine if you just did, like 2 floors of cool amenities and then you just increase the density and now they're like, 800 to $1,000 rooms in a nice building. That might be I think we might need to explore that.
Yeah, could be a good play. You could do 2 units per floor, like 4 or 5 bedrooms per unit. Because the buildings, like each floor is not that big.
Right.
Maybe 3 units a floor. Because right now we have 4 units per floor, and they're really not that big. So you save money on kitchens.
Yeah, I was almost thinking like, what if you did, a kitchen like living setup on the first floor, right? Amenity space, and then 2, 3, 4 is just like rooms, and then 5 is another kitchen amenity space, right? And then 6, 7, 8 just rooms.
I think you need a kitchen and living space in the unit, like a big dorm suite.
Oh, really?
Yeah, 100%. No one's going to want to walk downstairs to go like cook anything, or it's just a rooming house.
Oh,
That's my
well,
thought.
hey, I feel like rooming houses are going to be like, I wonder if they're going to be becoming more popular, like a nicer version of it.
Yeah, which is just then you in very quickly can just become a bunch of studios.
Yeah,
which
that's
could also
fair.
be strategy.
Yeah, I was thinking about it today, walking through. We got some renderings back for 156 High Street downtown. They look really nice. I'm like,
Yeah.
oh, I forgot what renderings kind of got me excited.
I know. Yeah, immediately I'm like critiquing them. I'm like, those aren't the doors we're using. I feel like kind of an asshole.
Well, you no
It fits.
no comment. Yeah, I don't know. They say we need all this density, and I feel like we have more lower income style. Like the floor of poverty is just raising. It's getting more expensive to live. I think the middle class is just. I think they're, this is welcome to my TED talk. I feel like it's eroding more so, and the lower end are it's getting harder and harder to dig out, and the more elite are just compounding. And I don't know, I think creative solutions need to be kind of creative market rate solutions need to be thought of, because you can't sit there and wait. We were at the UMass Career Fair yesterday. We were literally we were one table over from Wind Companies, who's doing that 80 unit development downtown. And dude, like we had lines all day to come talk to us, and people that were like, I'm interested in real estate development, investing in private equity and all these things, and I want to do this. And literally I was like, hey, go check out our neighbor. They're developing 2 blocks from some of our buildings. We're so excited to have them. They came over with a tote bag of coffee cups and swag, and they were like, thanks for sending so many people.
They probably need the interns more than we do.
They do.
Much bigger team. Like they are a company.
I went over, I went to go like get coffee, and then like brownies showed up in the career fair room for the employers. So like I'm walking back with brownies, and I'm like, guys, there's brownies next door now. And then I was like, so what are you guys hiring for? And yeah, they had a lot more, like, obviously they're bigger companies, so more operational roles, property management, community engagement, basically the same stuff we do, just at a slightly bigger level, and excited to have them. But, I think the moral of the story, and I'm circling this airport here, is it took them over 8 years to get the tax credits to make that project viable, and that's only 80 apartments. And it's a beautiful building, but it's actually 50% of their intended project that they own the other half of the building that's not getting developed yet. So the point is like you can't wait around for 8 years to make 80 units possible. You got to come up with something market rate that, you know, people have to reduce expectations. Things need to, or density needs to increase, or, you know, it might feel a little uncomfortable, but with the demand for housing going through the roof, I mean, how many applications do we get per apartment?
Not all of them turn into applications because people don't do them, which is a good filter. But at least 20 calls, 30 calls per apartment. And then we'll get calls after it's already rented.
Right. So it's like, you know, a lot of people were disqualifying for XYZ reason, but it's like if you can add density, you know, call it a rooming house for the sake of giving it a label. Like, I think these are gonna pop up more, and they're gonna fill a hole, a demand. I think that elder care is gonna be really important in the upcoming years with our baby boomers. Love you all. And like, you know, like that is so expensive. Like, try to put your parents into like some form of assisted care living. Like it's more than yeah, way more than luxury. You know, and like all of those are on weights too.
Yep.
You know, I wonder if the Peru would probably be a great elder care building. They got the elevator's not big enough.
Yeah. I was like stairs, but elevator.
Elevator's not big enough.
Yeah, no, it's not.
If you ever had to have like a paramedic there, they'd have to go up and down all those stairs that'd be a nightmare.
That would never work.
So anyway, that was fun. 12 minutes and 10 seconds in. Are we thinking about I was thinking it might be fun to like look at you know, condos. I wonder if there's anything on the market that people could flip for condos.
All right, let's see. Condo flips can work for sure. Probably keyword searching is going to be easiest here. Yeah, condo flips can work. The trouble with condos in general is that it's private ownership of individual units, but you have intertwined infrastructure, whether that be, you know, plumbing is the most obvious. You know, or if there's some sort of like centralized or like, you know, you're always touching your neighbor, like beside you or above you or below you.
Reach out and touch me.
In one or all of those ways. You have, you know, plumbing renovations can be very difficult, like, or / impossible. Like you can't just move a kitchen to the other side of the unit if kitchens are stacked, right? Like there's lots
of layout.
Yeah, there's lots of things that you can't do. There's lots of limitations in a condo renovation that you don't have in a single family. So it makes something like a condo flip kind of tricky, or can be. So anyway, that's my thoughts on condo flips.
Yeah, definitely, you know, a limited capacity for renovation development. It's probably just buying something that's dated, keeping everything where it is, making it nice and new. Hopefully it's not so old that like you're running into those infrastructure issues.
Right.
You know, maybe it's like an individual water tank, an individual heating system.
Right.
Dude, there is some nice. Did you know that there are condos for sale in Worcester for like $400,000 to $600,000?
I'm not surprised. This has TLC for $1.5 million.
Let's go. Click on that one.
Cosmetic TLC. All right.
It's in Brookline?
Yeah, it's in Brookline.
Hilarious.
Coolidge Corner. Yeah, I mean, if you want to make it a $2 million condo or more, sure. If you want to just buy it and rent it, it's probably fine.
I mean, it looks pretty fine. I always think it's funny what people consider like, all right, like, that's just mid-century modern right there.
That one's not as pretty.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean,
Okay, let's look at that one.
I think this is a fun one.
Let's look at that one. It'd be
Uh,
nice to see if there's comps in that building.
Yeah. All right. 126 seawall. Where's that? All right.
Look at that, $1 million. You can live in Brookline. Isn't it crazy to think how hard it was to sell Leverage Street?
I know, it's insane, and like probably the best market in the entire state.
Yeah. Got us on HGTV though. No one can ever take that away from us.
Right. Okay.
No one can.
115 condos sold. What was our? Hold on. What's our square footage? 1,800 square feet. Let's make this a little bit more narrow. How many bedrooms? Three. Three beds, 2 baths, 3 beds. 1,500 to 2,100. Okay, there we go.
That's nice.
Yeah, that's nice. Sought after building in Brookline. Interesting. 1.395 is what they want. Or that's, oh no, days to offer. So,
Hey, is that us?
oh, here's unit A. So this is in the building, or a couple buildings over. Sold for 1.54. Let's check out the condition.
Similar.
Honestly, similar condition. It kind of looks a little nicer. Like your bathrooms are like
The same, but white.
Yeah. Yeah, honestly, not that much more different. Does this have parking? Oh yeah, we do have 1 parking spot. Yeah.
That another one?
1595. Yeah, same building.
Bro.
This one's in better condition. This is virtual staging, it looks like, but I mean, not that much different. A bit cleaner.
Yeah.
This virtual staging sucks.
Dude. You are insulting that person from.
At least they labeled it.
Yeah.
Maybe I just don't like virtual staging. Maybe that's it.
You like it when you can tell that it's not.
Yeah.
Oh man.
Trying to find I mean, this sold for 1.75. Different building, but like
Different virtual staging.
is it virtual staging?
Totally. Totally.
I was skimming those.
Man.
These are real.
Maybe the chairs are real. I'm pretty sure it's virtually staged.
I don't think so.
That's nice.
Yeah, I don't know what you're going to be able to do to the subject one to make it, a $2 million property. Make it look like this, but that's a $200,000 renovation to make that condo look like this. You know what I mean?
Yeah. That's a sexy room.
Yeah, this is a very nice condo, and this is minimum $200,000 to make to make that other condo look like this.
I'd like to live there.
I wouldn't take this anymore. I like the yard.
Oh yeah. Okay, that's fair.
I like the yard.
That's fair.
Cool city condo.
Even after,
Oh, yeah. This is my city house.
even after, yeah, that's cool, man. I like the blend of old and new.
Yeah, you can tell this was like they added this. It's like somehow
Yeah.
eventually, whatever.
I I miss the city. I'd be okay with. I like the energy. I mean, I hate the traffic. I would love to live in the city and own my own helicopter.
Or just have a driver.
Yeah, or have a driver.
Honestly, if you don't have to drive, who cares about the traffic? You just sit in the back and
Yeah.
talk on the phone or whatever.
Adelino, if you're watching, will you let me sit in the back of that sweet Mercedes and drive me around? We'll trade off, just like I drove you around.
It's hilarious. All right, I don't know what we're gonna be able to do. Where's our property? This one. I don't know what we're gonna be able to do to this. It's even the most
Oh, I thought ours was $1 million. They want 1.4.
1.4, yeah.
Oh.
Yeah, if they wanted $1 million, this would have been gone in 5 seconds.
Oh. Bummer.
To make this like incredibly modern, you got to do, $30,000 bathrooms, $80,000 kitchens. You maybe open up the space a little bit. Maybe you find a way to like take down a wall or open a wall up or something. Maybe opening this up a little bit somehow, right? Like this is a wall and maybe able to open up, especially where you have a tile to flooring transition between kitchen and like I'm assuming this is the dining room, to make the space a little more appealing. But I still think you're going to drop 200 grand into this look, you got a room with carpet to get this to, I have to figure out why is a washing machine in this closet, or is the dryer is clearly somewhere else. Oh, they got a floor plan. Thank God.
Lean in, everybody, on your cell phone.
So, this is where the laundry. Maybe this is another staircase. I don't understand this. But that was where that laundry was. But I only saw a washer. I didn't even see a dryer. So, like, to make this like I don't know. I don't know how to do this. This is actually, I don't know, dining room, living room. I would probably make this like, I'd figure out a way to expand this.
Yeah. For a more open concept.
Yeah, right. I mean, you're probably your best case scenario, right? Like I'm kind of throwing logic out the window a little bit. So forgive me, but let me make sure I didn't screw up anything in the search. No, I took out all the keywords. All right. I mean, 2 million is like the most you could probably get for a condo of this size. Maybe even like 1.8. Yeah, this is 1 parking spot, 3 bed, 2. I mean, this is like the best comp, honestly. But yeah, this is probably the best comp because you can see this is kind of opened. New kitchen. It looks like maybe this is this was done like a few years ago. Like this wasn't done yesterday, but maybe like 8-10 years ago, and it's been really well maintained since then. You could just sort of see in some older styles of things.
Look at that parking spot, everybody.
Yeah, right. A photo of the bargain spot. We're not lying. It's just a little bit better flow. You could see they opened this up. Like
Yeah.
probably individual rooms, just like the other one before. This is 3 beds plus office. So, you can probably, let's say you can get 1.8 for our unit. Let's just say, you gotta buy that for, you're going to have to put 200 to 250,000 into it just to get there. I mean, think about that condo that we helped renovate on Beacon Street. We obviously were charging, general contractor fee. But we did a bathroom, a lot of painting, and some custom carpentry. And I think like we built out a closet.
Still cost us like 65 grand and expensive.
I think our cost was like 75,000.
That's when I was doing the bookkeeping.
Yeah. The tile work was probably 20,000 for the bathroom alone, like between the tile and the the labor. The labor was not cheap.
Our accountant at that time literally looked at the books and said, "Do a different job. This is not for you." She said, "Your skill set is better used somewhere else." And I'm like, "Lady, I'm sorry you don't like how my books work. At least I know where everything is."
Well, we should have had a bookkeeper.
Oh my gosh. I was like, why are you being, I was like, why? I don't have my armor on. Why are you swinging?
That was a long time ago, people. I do the books now. Well, we have a bookkeeper.
Yeah.
But
yeah, you'd have to buy that. You'd have to buy that thing for. You'd have to be into it for 1.3.
Right, you're
Like,
you have to buy it for 1.1. So, but that's why these deals don't really happen like that in Brookline. I mean, probably the way these deals happen is someone buys it, they want to live in their location, they're okay with the condition, and they're like, I'm going to put some work into this. It's not like a house hack per se, but they're like, because no one who buys a $1.5 million condo is going to do any work. But they're like, oh, in a year, I'm going to redo the kitchen. In another year, I'm going to redo the two bathrooms, right? Or vice versa. And I'm going to live here for 5 years. Price is going to go up. Like if I just did those things, it'd be worth 1.8 tomorrow. But I'm going to live here for a little bit, maybe in 5 years is worth 2 million. And then I sell it. And it's just like, it's a long-term, like slow value add play because it's clearly in good enough condition for them to live in now.
Yeah.
So it's not a bad way to do, if you really want this neighborhood, right? Like there's a number of reasons that people want to live in Brookline. It's not a bad strategy. I don't think if they're doing that, I don't think they're getting a bad deal.
For the sandwiches.
The what?
I moved to Brookline for the sandwiches.
Right.
Good sandwiches.
Great bagels.
Great bagels.
But
dude, what did we sell levered for? 1.3?
1.3. Dude, I wonder what that is worth. You want to just Zillow it?
Ugh. Bro, a standalone single family home with off-street parking, another side city-owned lot for more parking that no one, like, you just maintain it, and 3 levels of living. Was it like four bathrooms?
Yeah, this was the condition when we bought it.
Hey, yeah. Welcome to Find That Flip.
Man, how easy would it be to do this deal now?
Yeah.
Oh my God.
What you don't know what you don't know, boys and girls. And
right.
That is why it makes sense to invest with experience.
Yep. Zestimate 1.8. I mean, who knows if the Zestimate is right? No, it sold for It sold for 1.215.
That's right. It was listed for 1.3.
Yeah.
We had over 100 We were working with Sam. We had over 100 sets of buyers come through that. There she is.
Yep. I mean, for 2018, this is a pretty good product.
Oh, it's a beautiful home. It was. There's no doubt about it. We did a great job.
Inexperienced developers, you know.
Developers, but we did a great job.
Yeah. I mean, you know, we like totally moved like the front entry to this other side and put in this driveway. Sort of brought like the ice, you know, we did this nice little deck, this private patio back here that's all fenced off.
That horizontal fencing was my idea. Thank you.
Yep, it was. It was. You know, this is all like, you know, I don't considering with who we were working with at the time and what we didn't know, I wonder how all this kind of held up. Hopefully they just maintained it well enough.
I drove by. It held up.
Oh, yeah.
The other day, it's still standing.
You had this beautiful like crank window that went out to this patio over here. I think we did like a little bar off there where you could like set drinks and stuff.
We did.
This
is not virtual staging.
No, this is real staging. You know, our design was questionable.
Yeah,
this was 2018 though.
We wouldn't do that again.
We would not do that again. But this was 2018. You had this bonus space upstairs.
It was so funny that we had the like talk about design errors. Go back up for a second at that bathroom right there, upstairs in the bonus room, and we have a double sink. Like, why?
I don't know. Great question.
But it was
this is like going to be the kids area, you know.
Right. If they both need to wash paint off of their face.
Yeah. you took away from the usable space.
Right.
You don't have the vanity up there.
Right. You didn't probably even need a shower up there.
Right. But yeah. Just that damn train. You could see the lines.
Yep, that was it. And you know what? If honestly, knowing what we know now, we're going to do Find That Flip, everybody, where we just go through our old deals like this. Because that's a great idea. What we should have done is taken the back staircase or put the staircase, which is on the levered side of the street, and put it on the back.
Yeah.
Now got a nice, put it right there.
Yep. It pulls you away from that back wall.
Totally. And would add, more like sound deadening stuff.
Right. And honestly, I thought this island table combo kind of worked.
Oh, dude, amazing. Thank you.
Yeah, I thought that kind of worked. Because there wasn't a great solution. It wasn't a huge house, and we just had this fucking chimney in the middle. I think it was actually like effectively a column.
It was load bearing, and the chimney went through it.
Yeah.
Actually, did it? I think it's just load bearing.
Yeah, I think so too.
Yeah.
I think we could have, going back, we probably could have figured something else out. But at the time, we were like, well, we don't just want an island. You got to put a table somewhere. I'm like, why don't we just give them a big island and make that the table?
Yeah. Yeah, that was a big, because we had to work with that was like a textured, what they call like saddleback leather
textured granite.
Yeah, that was hot.
Yeah. Back in the day when you would do the standalone hood vents.
Yeah. What did we buy that for? $730?
Something like that, maybe.
Yeah.
I think if we knew we were gonna sell it for 1.2, and let's say we bought it for $730, I think we probably, like, it wouldn't have been an amazing deal, but if we could have truly done it in like 6 months and got it back on market, we probably could have made it like it would have been profitable. It wouldn't have been like a dud, which is what it ended up being. Probably wouldn't do the deal again just because of the difficulty in selling it.
Or budgeting for it now.
Yeah.
Like, probably wouldn't do that deal now.
Yeah. If we'd have listed it for like we listed it for 1.35. If we'd have listed it for like 1.15, like it probably would have attracted enough people to, and just disclose the train in the listing.
Yeah.
Like, just get you want to like lead with the bad stuff. Sometimes it makes sense.
You know, if we did that deal now inside the fund and you basically structured it with like 50% debt or even 100% equity, and you just crush that deal in that, 6 to 12 months time frame, that's over a 20% return on investment on that project.
Right.
And if you could do it in 9 months, you look at it like annualized, you're pushing like 30-35%, because we could do that deal all day over and over again now for like 200-250, and to renovate that place.
Right.
Okay,
So,
we got to it's 10. We've got to hit the road. We're gonna go see Miss Karina, and we're gonna do a podcast in Needham. The train keeps on rolling. We got another episode getting dropped today on all the socials and the email. If you're not on the list, drop a comment. Let us know. Put you on the list so you can get all of our good content. Like, comment, subscribe. Send us your love. Appreciate you.
who's coming out?
Any closing notes?
Who's coming out today?
Who's coming out today?
Yeah.
Well, what do you mean? Who's coming out today?
No, I mean the podcast.
Oh, Keith.
Oh, cool. Oh, you found the recording?
Yeah. He had it actually. Thank goodness. He had a backup of it. This is, I was at the, because things just seem to not work for me when it comes to technology. Like it seems repulsed by me. It's really weird. Yesterday I was at the post office and I was just going to like click the button to like mail some checks, and it's like anything hazardous. And he's like, oh, we need to do that again. The system glitched. And I'm like, it's all right. It happens to me all the time. He's like, it's your energy. I'm like, yeah, it is. That's a good thing or a bad thing? I don't know.
Everyone needs a role,
Everyone needs a role. I think
Caleb and I need to be important somehow.
Yeah, I appreciate you. I appreciate you guys, really just acknowledging me for what I am there, and really building me up. All right, cool. I will see you shortly, everybody. We'll see you mañana, right? Yeah, tomorrow. No issues tomorrow with the stream?
I don't think so.
No. All right, cool. All right, everybody. Have a wonderful day, and enjoy your Thursday. Today's Thirsty Thursday. Make sure you drink a lot of water.
That's right.